Here's what happens in X-Men number 33. Cover date, June 1967. Title, Into the Crimson Cosmos by Roy Thomas and Werner Roth. At the end of the previous issue, the Juggernaut, now with psychic powers, has defeated all of the X-Men and is on his way to get a flight to meet Factor 3. Professor X is in a coma, and Marvel Girl is using a mental wave amplifier from X-Men number 20 to probe this professor's subconscious. Marvel Girl then witnesses events from hundreds of years ago. The Ancient One, as a young man, travels to the Temple of Cyttorak and finds a demon guarding the temple named Zorak. They have a battle of magic, ending with the Ancient One binding Zorak into the Ruby of Cyttorak. The X-Men decide they need to use Cerebro to find the Ancient One. Cerebro reads that the Ancient One has been found and has not been found. An astral image of Doctor Strange shows up, saying that he has all of the powers and memories of the Ancient One. So that's why it's showing up that way. He says they need to take a journey to answer their questions, but there only can be 2 of them that can go. So Cyclops says, all right, it's going to be me and Marvel Girl.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys, go slow down Juggernaut as best you can. Doctor Strange basically downloads all the information they need into their heads and says, good luck, have fun. Teleports them to the Temple of Cyttorak. They find the ruby in the temple. They recite an incantation and travel into the gem. They now have 1 hour to complete their mission before being stuck in the gem forever. They are immediately confronted by Zorak, who now goes by the Outcast because he's been there for hundreds of years. Sure. They try fighting him, and then it ends in a time loop where all of a sudden they are starting the encounter over again. And Marvel Girl goes to check her watch to see how much time they have left. They only have a couple minutes, and the ticking of the watch has a detrimental effect to the Outcast.
Oh.
So she telekinetically flings her watch against him, and the watch rapidly ages him and turns him into dust. They find what is called a gem prototype. Once they touch that, they reappear back into the X-Mansion. They get into what almost looks like an X-Jet and meet up with the rest of the team. So the remaining X-Men hold back Juggernaut long enough. When Cyclops and Marvel Girl show up with their little spectral gem, they start sapping the power from Juggernaut, and then Juggernaut grabs the gem from Cyclops and is engulfed in dimensional emanations. Both Juggernaut and the gem disappear into the Crimson Cosmos. The X-Men return to the X-Mansion to find that Professor X has been kidnapped by Factor 3. The end.